Hi again. Today we have come to the Wedgwood Museum to have a look at the history of Wedgwood. So we shall see you inside. We're just heading into Wedgwood now. I just like these, like a bamboo teapot and a vase, and there's a basket, and I'm not sure what the circle thing is. And over here we have a statue of the man himself,
Josiah Wedgwood.
And just in case we were wondering what year Wedgwood was founded, it was 1759. Of Wedgwood vase, the apotheosis of Homer vase. I don't know if I've said that right. This is a cylindrical pedestal with white reliefs of fruiting vines, medallions, lions' heads, ribbons and trophies. Solid blue jasper. Relief decoration modelled by John Flaxman. And this was from approximately 1790. Josiah Wedgwood is among the very finest innovators and businessmen of the Industrial Revolution. His pioneering and entrepreneurial spirit has been a characteristic of the Wedgwood family through successive generations. John Wedgwood, Thomas Wedgwood, Charles Darwin, who was Josiah Wedgwood's grandson, if you didn't know.
I did not know that.
Ralph Vaughan Williams, Josiah Wedgwood IV, Josiah Wedgwood V, Camilla Hildegard Wedgwood, and Dame Veronica Wedgwood. Some more pieces here that are again from the 18th century. So it tells us what we've got each. We've got little cream jugs and little teapots, and they're from around the mid 1700s, so mid 18th century. Here we've got like a teapot and a coffee pot that just reminds me of a cauliflower. I don't know if that was the aim. Oh, it was. It says teapot moulded in the form of a cauliflower. That's good. I'm not insulting anybody then.
No.
That was from 1765.
Obviously, I'm guessing these are behind glass. You cannot touch them.
Yeah, you can't touch them. They're very, very old. Here we've got some white glazed ware. Again, these are from the mid 1700s, hence they're behind glass. We have some portraits here. This one here is of Richard Wedgwood from 1780. This one is Josiah Wedgwood, enamel on a Wedgwood ceramic tablet, signed and dated, Geo Stubbs, PINX 1780. On the right hand side above the shoulder. So that's painted by George Stubbs in 1780. That's Josiah Wedgwood. Here we have some pottery that is examples of the development of creamware. This is Josiah's many experiments before he refined his creamware and achieved a good white glaze are recorded in his experiment books. The numerous trial pieces retrieved from the kiln were compared and stored in sample trays. A habit that continued through his later experiments with other bodies and glazes. The processes from original model to biscuit ware with finished product ensured consistent quality. Plain creamware might then be decorated in a number of ways. Ornate handles and finials, the knob on a lid, were cast from moulds. Low relief designs might be added to plain surfaces, a process called sprigging. Objects may also be lathe turned for the addition of surface texture and pattern. We've got some examples of decorated creamware here. Again, these are from the 1700s. Yeah. We've got some examples of transfer printing, again from the 1700s. So these are very old. I'm not sure what that is, but it says Josiah Wedgwood, Esquire of Etruria. That's where his factory was before it came to Barlaston, where we are now. 1783. This is a dish, royal shape, printed with an inscription, part of which reads, This dish was made at Etruria by Messrs Wedgwood and Bentley, the first year after Messrs Wedgwood and Bentley removed from Burslem to Etruria. Queensware made in 1769, signed and dated by Enoch Wood, the 26th of September 1826. These are first day vases, shape 49 in the shape number 1 book. The printed scene was adapted from Hamilton's Antiquities Volume 1, dated the 13th of June 1769. This was Josiah's workbench here, and here we have a book that's got photocopies of his actual writing in, so we can have a flick through and look at some of his designs and his thoughts. So it's almost like touching a piece of history, even though these are actually photocopies. Here's some of Wedgwood's experiments with jasperware colours from 1773 to 1776. A whole lot of drawers here that have got different colours and trials, etc., that George is just opening up for us. What have we got there? So that was brown enamel trials. So we've just got a whole range of drawers that show them. That's pearlware, glaze trials. So we've got lots. Some more examples of ware from the mid 1700s. Here we've got some ecclesiastical pieces. So it says urns were particularly popular in the 18th century as an element in the design of monuments. This first one here is a funeral urn from about 1785. Here's a Henry Earl Memorial urn from 1774. And here's a baptismal font. Here we've got some of the more familiar jasperware that Wedgwood's known for. Here we've got some examples of buckles made out of jasperware in the late 1700s, 1785 to 90. This is a rum kettle with bale handle, engine turned, the body ornamented with applied figures. Some holograms. You can see that one there. Holograms of Wedgwood ware.
Oh wow!
It's quite clever. These are from 2013. We've got some models and trials for the Portland vase. Some very old examples there. They say 1355 on them.
Oh!
Working plaster moulds for the Portland vase depicting various subjects used between 1786 and 89. This is a first edition copy of the Portland vase from about 1790. These are some 18th century jasper portrait medallions ranging from John Locke, philosopher and metaphysician. We've even got William Pitt the Younger, Prime Minister. Sir Robert Walpole, first Earl of Orford statesman. Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette. Going right down to the last one, which is John Philip Kemble, actor. Here we've got some jewellery made out of jasperware, necklaces, hair combs, earrings, bracelets, brooches. So here it says in 1770 Empress Catherine II of Russia placed an order for Wedgwood ware. Catherine of Russia ordered a larger and more prestigious service in 1773. Each of the 952 pieces was hand-painted with a different British view and a frog crest. 30 artists created 1,772 views adapted from topographical prints, drawings and paintings. Wow. So here's some examples of the ware from the frog service. So you can see the frog on the top of each one. This is a dinner service, cream coloured earthenware, hand painted with pattern number 92, green water leaf. And this is from about 1775. Some barrels that show how potteryware was packed. So it says they were tough, easy to stack and packed with straw, cushioned the ceramics from the bumps and hazards of transportation. It says, bought of Josiah Wedgwood, potters to Her Majesty. More botanical here. This is Darwin water lily from 1808. It says it's a vase constructed of 5 component pieces, the neck, 2 handles, middle and plinth, hand painted, depicting Alexander at the tomb of Darius from 1863. So it's a very large vase. When I think of Wedgwood, I think of jasperware. I think that's, for me, what he's really associated with. We have got some absolutely enormous plates. And this has drawn my attention because I could imagine you, John, eating a meal off one of these.
The thought of it.
It's got to be about 2 foot across.
The thought of it is making my mouth water.
And here we look at some kitchenware from the 1970s, because I know you like kitchens.
Oh, I love kitchens.
And these are from the 1960s, and then the 1980s. How styles and fashions have changed. And here we've got a vase that's based on a classical Roman vase, which is now in the Louvre Museum in Paris. It's first produced in the 1790s, but this was made in 2009. We've had a look around the Wedgwood Museum. It's very, very interesting seeing the pottery from the 18th century, mid-1700s. Obviously, you can't touch it because one slip and it's gone forever. You break it, it's priceless stuff, and you're not going to get it back because of its age. So John was relying on descriptions quite a bit.
One thing I would like to point out, that if you're hard of hearing and your hearing aids have the T setting, they have different films that you can hear.
Yeah, they've got a loop system. It's easy to get around if you've got a wheelchair. Very, very easy to get around. And it was a pleasant couple of hours having a look round. They've got the flagship store here too. They have a tea room, they have a dining hall, and they've got a factory shop where we purchased some mugs. So we hope you enjoyed the visit with us today. And if you like this video, please click the thumbs up button. And please subscribe if you don't already. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye.